Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, how much depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share video. Today is Thursday, the 28th day of March 2024. I bring you news update. Nnamdi Kanu is not your enemy. Release him. He is speaking the minds of the oppressed. Journalist wants Tinubu. Yes. A journalist, Victor Azong, a seasoned journalist, said after nearly a year in office that it is safe to say that on the matter of Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB leader, that Tinubu have chosen his path. Yes, he said on the strength of evidence available in the public domain, Tinubu have chosen to continue on the tracks led by his predecessor, yes, the jihadist, Buhari, said as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, he said Tinubu has the right to decide on what to do. So, but whatever advice Tinubu gets as a leader, he takes full responsibility for all decisions and outcome, whether good or bad, under his watch. Yes, so Tinubu receives security report. He knows what to do about the release of Nnamdi Kanu, but he's keeping quiet. He decides to continue, with the ways and manner Buhari governed Nigeria. They said Tinubu should, avoid the ill advice from those people around him. Yes, he said there's no profit in inheriting someone else's enemies. He said even if that someone else is a spouse, parent, sibling, or close associate. He said this is because a third party cannot be privy to the full range of forces that created an enmity in his absence. Better to make our own enemies by ourselves. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu did not do anything wrong to Tinubu. Yes, he was arrested under Buhari. Buhari said he was, insulting him and his government. And this man said, Tinubu, release Nnamdi Kanu. He's speaking the minds of the oppressed in Nigeria. He continued to say, look, there's no evidence that Nnamdi Kanu has done or said anything that millions of other Nigerians have not wished they did or said. So that includes that Mr. President talking about Tinubu. Yes, having once identified with Nadeko to oppose injustice under military rule, said Nigeria has not ceased to be an unjust state. Yes, so in a sense, said every Nigeria is now a Biafran. So incarcerating anyone who calls out injustice in Nigeria is double injustice, because even Tinubu was among those fighting Abacha junta. Yes, the Nadeko, because he said he's fighting for injustice. He's fighting against injustice. That's Tinubu. Today, we are keeping Nnamdi Kanu behind bars for fighting against injustice. No, Tinubu was, he likes making that reference, like this, like, oh, they are the founders of democracy in Nigeria. They are the fathers of democracy in Nigeria because they were, they were fighting Abacha. But today, you are keeping Nnamdi Kanu for fighting, injustice. So that's what the journalists are saying. They said, look, Nnamdi Kanu is a political prisoner, that's all. Like Nelson Mandela, they said. And Abiola said he's not a common criminal. Say hiding behind the law and a spineless judiciary to keep such a man in the freezer indefinitely fools no one. Cannot just say, oh, judiciary said this, judiciary said that, whereas you are the one telling judiciary what they are doing. So you are fooling no one. So we all understand all these things. Release him. He's a political prisoner like Nelson Mandela. That's all. So what are we not talking about? People are angry about all these other things. Nobody is happy Seen it. Say judicial. What kind of judicial is that? What kind of judicial is that? So he said both Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho committed similar offences under Buhari. That's what the journalist is saying now. Say they were outspoken against a brazenly insensitive dictator. Say today Igboho is back in the country and walking free. Kanu is still in detention. So by this very fact, Tinubu has become guilty of double standards. Yes. Say if Tinubu must succeed, that Tinubu must avoid this kind of situation like a plague. Double standard. Say Tinubu, beware of those who either consider Kanu as a rival or sleep better with him behind bars. Say they mean no good. They are using you to buffer their private insecurities to further their petty ambitions. So they will leave you high and dry in the shit. If the shit is the fan. He told Tinubu to be wise and seek peace with all men, especially those who have not wronged him directly. Nnamdi Kanu, he said, is not Tinubu's enemy. He told Tinubu, say Nnamdi Kanu may even help you. Yes, to your ticket to statesmanship. Yes. Say Nnamdi Kanu may be Tinubu's ticket to statesmanship. Don't miss the chance of releasing Nnamdi Kanu. You may find it useful someday. That's what the journalist told Tinubu in the case of Nnamdi Kanu. And that is it. So we are aligning ourselves with journalists, yes, to pressure for the release of the leader of the IPOB who committed no offense. Yes, we will not stop to portray the point that Nnamdi Kanu has been discharged and acquitted, and the United Nations on arbitrary detention and human rights, yes, declared him, declared his abduction and the extraordinary rendition illegal, and all of them, the counters or the at variance with international-led protocols, and that is it. So Tinubu released the leader of the IPOB. He committed no offense. He committed no crime against anyone in Nigeria. The jihadists, in his hatred, decided to, put Nnamdi Kanu behind bars because he's an Igbo man. Yes, he's not a Fulani man. If he's a Fulani man, Nnamdi Kanu will be walking freely, like Shegumi and others. Yes, even the notorious bandits, terrorists, they are walking freely. And someone is a civilian, a gentleman press along. Yes, just that he's vocal and fearless, speaks his mind, and defends the poor, the vulnerable, and the oppressed people. That's why he's behind bars, suffering. And Tinubu, you must release him. That's what the journalist is saying. Yes. Talking about Anazon, yes. Victor Anazon